How did I become a millionaire by 26? Everybody talks about the famous millionaire or $1 million a year, but nobody's telling you what it actually means, and nobody's even less telling you how to actually get there. So today I want to bring you a couple things. I want you to know what it means. I want you to know how I did it, but I most importantly want you to know how you can do it. This is going to work regardless of the industry that you're in, and I can promise you that if you follow these 3 steps that I took to become a millionaire, you're going to be able to do the same. Here's the deal. Whenever you hear people online, they're real estate agents, they're real estate investors, they're stockbrokers, they're, insurance agents, even like me. There are many different things that you never identify yourself with because you're not doing that. So I want to bring you 3 executable steps that you can take right away into your life, whatever industry you're in, and become a millionaire. Now, before I jump onto what it actually takes to be a millionaire and the 3 steps that I'm telling you, I want to give you what it is to be a millionaire, right? Because many people think that if you make $1 million, then you're a millionaire, and that's not the case. You can be making $1 million and taking home $250,000 at the end of the year, and $750 are just gone. So being a millionaire is taking the amount of assets that you have. Let's say that you have a home that is worth, $750. You have a house that is worth, $350. That's 1.1. Does that make you a millionaire? No. You need to subtract the liabilities, meaning the mortgages from those properties. So let's say that you owe $800,000 on those 2 homes. Well, effectively, you're at 1.1 in assets minus $800,000 in liabilities. So you are worth $300,000, not 1.1 million. So that is 1 point, right? You can make $1 million, you can have $1 million in assets, you can do all these things to cross $1 million, but as long as you don't have $1 million to your name that you can liquidate, you're not a millionaire. So that's number 1, because people think, again, that because they have $1 million in real estate or because they make $1 million a year, they're millionaires. And that's not the case. So with that out of the way, let's jump onto the second part of the video, because I wanted to make this part as simple, short, concise, straight to the point as possible. So that way we can focus on the other 2, which are the most important ones. Now, who am I? My name is Andrew Peasy. I'm an investor and entrepreneur out of Las Vegas, and I want to welcome you to the AP Show, where I'll be focusing on how to build a great life around health, wealth, love, and happiness, because I'm a believer that if you're doing well in your health, but you're doing bad in your money, you're not going to be as happy as if you master all the 4 pillars, which are health, wealth, love, and happiness. I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel because we share a lot of valuable information here. I want you to hit the like button of this video, and I also want you to comment below with anything that you think about this topic, or go to my Instagram page and send me a DM. I read those all the time, and I want to engage more with you guys. We talked about what it is to actually be a millionaire and how to calculate whether you're a millionaire or you're halfway through the goal or whatever, because it seems like being a millionaire became this popular thing where everybody wants to become a millionaire just because people are saying that. But what does that actually mean, right? What does it mean to have $1 million to your name? Because many people are millionaires but never know what to do with the money. And that is bad, right? If you are able to accumulate $1 million, you should be able to do the math in your head about what you're going to be doing with that money. Because if you have the money and all you're doing is just keeping it in a bank account and spending it, then you shouldn't have that money. Because the thing is, for you to become a millionaire, it's not just about the money. It's about the skills that you have to acquire in order for you to get there, which is the 3 things that I'm going to share today. The 3 things that I'm going to share today are not actual steps for you to become a millionaire, are skills that if you master, you will be a millionaire. Again, you can be a real estate agent, investor, you can be a stockbroker, you can be an insurance agent, you can be anything you want. And if you master these 3 skills, you're going to be a millionaire. So second point to this video is, how do I have the $1 million? Because everybody is going to want to know how. Why? Where did it come from? All those questions are something that I'm going to answer today, just because if not, then you're going to be like, who says that he's a millionaire? Or how did he become a millionaire? Or whatever the case you have in your head, right? So let's break that down into 3 categories. The first one is going to be my main business, and my main business is my insurance company. So I opened an insurance agency about 3 years ago, and that has been my main source of income since then. I went into the insurance industry about 5-6 years ago working for somebody else. Then I went 2 years doing that, and then I opened my agency, and I've been with that agency for about 3 years now. If you think about it and you break that down, that source of income is what has allowed me to create the $1 million in net worth. Has it all come from that? Is it all there now? No. I have diversified where about half of my net worth is tied to real estate. I have about $1.5 million in real estate. About $500,000 are liquid, so I can liquidate anytime that I want to. It's in equity. And if you don't know what equity is, look it up so that you can find out for yourself and kind of get more educated on that. But $1.5 million in real estate has given me about $500,000 in equity, which is what I have access to and what I can add to my net worth. Okay. Now, from there, I have about $150,000 in stocks, investments, retirement accounts, all that kind of stuff. So that's $650,000. I have about, and I know this is too much, but I have about $300,000 liquid cash in CDs and savings accounts and different accounts where I have access to the money whenever I need it. So that's about $950,000. And then the other stuff are small assets like my watches or my cars or, different stuff that I can liquidate today that amount to over $1 million. So my net worth today is about 1.1 million, and that's how it gets broken down. Now, how did I get there? My insurance agency, right? So I took the money that I made, I invested the money in other things, I reinvested into my business, and that's how I got to $1 million. The reason why I don't want to extend too much on how I got there is because you're going to be home right now watching the video saying, well, I'm not an insurance agency owner. I'm a stockbroker. So what I want to focus on is the next step and final step of the video, which is the 3 skills that I needed to master to become a millionaire, and the 3 skills that I can use to become a millionaire tomorrow again in a different industry. The first out of the 3 skills is the most important one, and is understand the numbers. Any numbers. You need to understand the numbers of whatever business you're in. You need to understand the numbers of what it takes to be a millionaire. You need to understand the numbers of your expenses, your income, your things that you're needing to pay out, the things that you need to buy, the equity you're going to build in a property, how much payroll you can have, how much in marketing you're going to be spending. It doesn't really matter what business you're in. If I sit down with you and I ask you what your product costs, what you sell it for, what your profit margins are, what your payroll amount is, what your marketing budget is, what your, all those things, and you don't know the answer, you might become a millionaire by luck, but you're not going to be able to become a millionaire again if you lose everything. Why? Because you don't know the numbers of the business that you're in. So I would encourage you highly to make sure that if you don't know the numbers of the business you're in and the things that you're doing, that you understand so. Because what you're going to be facing if you don't is the fact that you're going to get the money, not know what to do with it, and just blow it, right? If you do that, then COVID happens, you lose it all. Many people lost everything to COVID. 2008 happens and you lose it all. Many people did that too. And I'm not making fun of those people. I feel really bad for the people that lost it all in 2008 or COVID or any given point. But the reality to the matter is you need to master the skill of knowing your numbers. You need to know how much you pay your people and why. Why do you pay $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year to somebody to perform a job for you? If you can't tell me that, then you don't know your numbers. And if you don't know your numbers, then you're not going to be compensating people the right way. You're not going to keep talent. You're not going to do many things that it takes in order for you to become a millionaire, multimillionaire, or really just a good business owner in general. So make sure that you know your numbers. If there's somebody in my agency that makes $50,000 a year, and there's another one making 90, 100, 120, which they are, why, right? If you ask me that question right now, I would be able to tell you right this second why this person is making 40 and why this one's making 120. So you need to know why you're spending the money you're spending in marketing as well, right? If you ask me, I spend an X amount of dollars every single month in marketing, and I can tell you exactly why and why I'm not putting that money somewhere else, because I understand the numbers. I understand the return on investment on everything that I do. Skill number 2 is communication skills. And that's something that I actually develop myself on every single day to this date. It's so important to have good communication skills. Think about this for a second. I might not be perfect, and that's why I'm telling you, you need it. Go research it, because none of the skills we're talking about how to get good at in this video. All I'm telling you is you need to get good at the skills that we're talking about, right? So if you don't get good at communication, you're not going to be able to communicate your vision to your team, to your employees, to the companies, to the investors, to anybody. If you're not good at communicating, you won't be able to make connections, then can become your business partners. You won't be able to communicate what it is that you need, right? Because you're sometimes talking to your employees and you feel like they should be clear on what they should be doing, but they're not. And it's all your fault. If you think about it, if you hired the right person, and I hope you did, then why is it that they don't know what they need to do? You didn't communicate what it is that they needed to be doing clear as water. So you need to be good at communicating. If you think about it, if you're not good at communicating, then how can you have somebody buy into your vision? How can you have somebody buy into what it is that they need to be doing? How can you get somebody even interested in talking to you? Let alone everything else, right? Because if you don't know how to communicate, then people are not even going to pay attention to you. So you have to be good at communication. There are many courses, there are many, schools that teach that. There are many people that you can follow, but simply the best thing that I have been able to do is listening to people that are good at communicating and how do they talk, right? Storytelling is one thing that you can be really good at, and you're going to communicate your ideas amazingly good. So if you want to be good at communication, you might want to start watching people that you see that are good at communicating stuff, ideas, that you buy into their ideas. Why is that? Hear them, study them, and become good at that, because your life is going to become way better. One person that I can tell you that it doesn't matter what he does, what he says, I don't really care about any of that, is Patrick Bet-David. He's one of the best communicators that I've seen in my entire existence. Why? Because you hear him, and by storytelling, he sells you the dream, whatever it is that it is for him. So get good at communication skills in your life, in your business, in your relationships. Everything's just going to exponentially get better the moment that you understand that skill. Third and final skill is sales. I did a video about this like 3-4 months ago maybe, so go look it up, because I tell you how to get better at sales in that video. But sales is something that you have to have in your life. Listen, you can be a stockbroker where you don't talk to anybody, you don't sell anything to anybody, or that's what you think, but you have to be good at sales. You have to be good at selling your product, your vision, your goals, your, everything. If you can't sell somebody on something, then you will never get a good employee, because you will never be able to relate the vision of the company. You will never be able to relate to that person the vision that you're trying to accomplish. You're never going to be able to sell your products. You're never going to be able to grow a sales team. If you want to be good at life, if you want to be good at business, if you want to grow, if you want to have everything that you dream of, if you want to become a millionaire, you have to be good at sales. Listen, there's 0 examples of somebody who is a millionaire, at least that I know, and I know multiple people that are millionaires that are not good at sales. If you talk to anybody, if you talk to me, if you talk to my friends, if you talk to the people that I relate myself with, we're all selling at all times. I have a company that I'm about to open soon that you're going to find out here in the next 2-3 months, that I have been selling people on without even saying anything about the company. That's how millionaires think. Why? Because if I do that, then when I open, all I need to do is just place that with my product and sell it to the person, right? If you don't do that, then your product is not going to reach as many people as you can. Your team is not going to be made out of as many people as you can. And all those things are going to hurt the possibilities for you to become a millionaire. Okay, with all of that being said, I just wanted to keep it concise and solid to straight skills that you can develop to become a millionaire. Comment below down in the description, in the comment section and all that, if you want me to go deeper on this, because this is a topic that I could talk about forever. It's something that took me about 3 years, and it's something that you can do without even having money in your bank account right now. You do need money to become a millionaire, but you can make it if you have these 3 skills that I talked about today. You cannot make it. You cannot make $1 million if you don't have money. So don't get me wrong. It's not like, no, you can have $0 and become a millionaire. No, but you need skills to build the money. When you have the money, how do you multiply it? There's a simple formula that if you're good with money, you know how to make it, you know how to keep it, and you know how to multiply it. So, but you need the skills first, right? Because if not, then you're not gonna make the money. And if you don't make the money, then you don't become a millionaire. So with these 3 skills, I can promise you that your life is gonna get better and better, and you're going to make the money that you wanna make. So if you have any questions, any thoughts, anything that you wanna, comment below, or go to my Instagram account. And as always, feel free to send me a DM. I'm always open to talking to people that, need help or have any ideas or any, suggestions or anything like that. Take care, everybody.